And with that, we welcome you back into Geosurfaces Field in Lincolnton, North Carolina. The Kingsmen, one more game against Combine Academy. I'll wrap up this Thursday afternoon of action. Griffin Leonard here on the call. Thanks for joining us again from the campus of Combine Academy. The Kingsmen victorious half an hour ago against the Goats in game 2 of 3. It was a continuation of Friday's game that was prematurely called because of the lack of sunlight out of course, the control of everyone involved. But we're ready to get game 3 started. It'll be the shortstop, number 2, Logan Daniel, to start things off for the Kingsmen in the leadoff hole. I'll take you through the starting lineup in one moment. On the mound, it's Santiago Anaya, and his first pitch is low of the zone, 1-0 to Logan Daniel. Daniel is the shortstop. He's followed by P.J. Olvera and Christian Burney, 1, 2, 3 in the order. 1-0 pitch. Missed again, a little low to Logan, and it's 2-0. After Burney, it's Dino Catani, Harris Clark, Brody Winan, and Jack Catron, 4 through 7, the middle of the order for the Kingsmen. 2-0 to Logan, a breaking ball that slipped out of the hand of Anaya, 3 balls and no strikes. Bottom 3 of the order, Nehemiah Barnes, Matt De La Cruz, and the extra hitter, A.J. Griffith. The Kingsmen batting 10. 3-0, dropped in the curveball. It's 3-1 to Logan Daniel. The shortstop ducked out of the way of that one, but it found its way into the strike zone. 3-1. Daniel wiggles the bat and prepares. Fastball high. It's a walk to start the game. Leadoff man reaches here for the Kingsmen. All 3 games of this series, the Kingsmen's opening batter of the game has been walked. That trend continues. Daniel on first and now back in with a dive as the throw went over from Anaya to the first baseman Jackson Gilmore. The rest of the Combine infield, Xavier Warren doing the catching, Roy Kim at shortstop, Roy Kim at third base, Austin Chambers the shortstop, Sushi Tanaka at second as P.J. Olvera lays down a bunt. Anaya spikes it to first and everybody's safe. Anaya needed a good throw. He had to come a long way off the mound, and P.J. Olvera's got himself on base by way of the bunt. Second and first, nobody out for the Kingsmen. Jackson Gilmore is the first baseman over there for Combine, fielding both the pickoff attempt and then that throw over to first on the bunt. And then the outfield, Keldon Vincent, Carter Rogers, and Luca DeZeba. Christian Burney's up with runners on second and first and nobody out. The Florida man settles into his stance and prepares to see his first pitch. The designated hitter today for the Kingsmen in the 3-hole. And the first pitch slider is low and away to Burney. He's been looking forward to having a couple more hacks here at Geosurfaces Field. Hit his first home run in a Kingsman uniform out to left field on Friday in game number 2. 1-0 inside, missed on the fastball. 2 balls and no strikes. The Kingsmen threatening here in inning number 1. They've done a superb job in the offensive categories this series. 13 runs in the last game, 15 in game 1 on Friday. Looking to put up another big number here in the series finale. Curveball drops in there, and it's 2-1 to Bernie. Daniel out on second base across the diamond from home plate. And then Olvera on at first. Infield back for Combine in those teal uniforms. The white stripes running vertically down. 2-1. Bernie gets a piece, fouls it off into the mask of the catcher Xavier Warden. Umpires today, Neil Lortz is the home plate umpire. Tim Gonzro is manning the bases. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Christian Bernie, after the foul ball, now needing to dig in, find himself a way aboard. Catani on deck for the black and gold, and Bernie calls time. Again, I'm going to try to do a better job today of being on and in the YouTube side of the live stream. If you have any questions about the Kingsmen or about Combine or anything, feel free to put those into the chat. 2-2, ripped foul into the fencing of the Kingsmen dugout. Bernie stays alive. Another 2-2 after a couple of foul balls in a row. The Kingsmen looking for the game's opening scoring. 2-2 to Burns, and he swings through a fastball. 1 down in the first after the strikeout. So a promising start to the inning, but now the strikeout puts a big inning in jeopardy. Lincolnton hitting with 2 on and 1 away. Keep the ball off the ground. Get ready to leg something out. Santiago Anaya is settling in after walking the leadoff man. He's ahead of the count after the foul tip into the mitt of Warden. No balls and 1 strike is the count. Catani, the left-handed hitter, settles back in. Anaya comes set, glances at Daniel at second, and now steps off. One pitch coming to Catani. Outside of the zone, and the count is even. We have a coaching change, at least a positional coaching change for the Kingsmen here in this second game. Coach Joe Hudak is not at the third base coaching box. Preston Hudak, the assistant coach, is, and then assistant pitching coach Nick Osborne is at first base. 1-1. Catani off the knob, or not the knob, excuse me, the very end of the bat. Cue shot foul, 1-2. Daniel has been parked on second since the PJ Oliveira bunt. No doubt he'll be wanting to advance 90 feet if he can. 2 strikes to Catani. Wearing the number 11. Here's the pitch from Anaya. Curveball, tap foul. Just enough of it on back-to-back pitches. Catani's still fighting with 2 strikes. Olvera off of first, Daniel off of second. Scoreless here in Lincolnton, and the 2-strike pitch once again with the runners on the move. Throw down to third from Warden is on the money, and the call's safe. Diving in just ahead of the throw was Logan Daniel, and the Kingsmen have 2 in scoring position. Second and third, still 1 away. play. 2 strikes to Catani, but he's fighting hard in the cleanup spot. Anaya now with a little bit more pressure on him. Throws a pitch that's grounded to the second base side. Coming home is Daniel. The flip from Tanaka to Gilmore is in time to get Catani, and the Kingsmen have the first run of the game. Combine opted not to bring in its infield with a runner on third and less than 2 outs. And because of that weak ground ball, the Kingsmen have taken full advantage and taken the lead. So the visitors lead 1-0 off the RBI ground out. Harris Clark, the hitter, with 2 away and a man on third. First pitch to Harris, and he watches it go upstairs, ball 1. Harris Clark and a Waxhaw in North Carolina. So that one's in there for a strike. It's the other side of the Charlotte metro area from the Gastonia area. To Clark. And he popped it up sky high. I don't see it. I hope if the inning continues after Clark, it'll be Brody Winan, who finished off the first game of today on the mound. 2 strikes to Clark. He pops it up on the infield, hooking foul to the right side, chasing the first baseman Gilmore out of play. The wind doing Harris Clark a bit of a favor that time. Of course, a pop-up like that's always going to tail a little bit, but the wind really took that one. The wind making its presence known both on and off this field right now. Go outside. That's a good take. The count is full to the Kingsman third baseman. Wearing the number 28. Waving the Cat X. Or Cat 10, I guess if you want to call it, on his right shoulder. 3-2 is a swinging strike on the off speed. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Santiago Anaya, but the Kingsmen strike first. 1-0 here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Bottom of inning number 1 here in Lincolnton, North Carolina. The Kingsmen and the Combine Academy Goats. Noah Entrikin is on the mound, hard-throwing lefty for the Kingsmen out of Arcadia, Oklahoma. And he's nursing a 1-0 lead that his offense provided him in the top half. His defense behind him is as follows: Matt De La Cruz, Brody Winan, and Landon Catani in the outfield. Harris Clark, Logan Daniel, the left side of second base, and on the right side of the infield, PJ Olvera and Nemo Barnes. Jack Catron is doing the catching, and once again, Noah Entrikin, the starting pitcher, to complete the battery for the Kingsmen here in Game 3 of this series. Entrikin's first pitch, the left-handed fastball, is in there for a strike to Austin Chambers. Chambers, the shortstop in today's contest, started Game 1 on the mound. We'll see if we see him again on the mound here in this third game. 0-1 from Entrikin. Going after it, Austin Chambers. He's behind 0-2. Entrikin with an 0-2 count, misses high off the glove of Catron into the backstop, 1-2. Entrikin has not pitched since San Pedro de Macorís in the Dominican against Paulino Academy. Pitched really, really well in that game. As the 1-2, a curveball tap foul. Went 5 innings, 6 strikeouts, just 1 run, and 3 hits against him. Didn't walk a single hitter against Paulino. Ahead on Austin Chambers with Xavier Warden and Roy Kim following. 1-2. Got him. The call is a swing. I think it would have been in there regardless. Either way, 1 out on the strikeout for Entrikin. Combine batting order today. Austin Chambers, the strikeout there. Then Xavier Warden, who's stepping into the box. Roy Kim, Jackson Gilmore, Danny Stebbing, Keldon Vincent, then Mateo Palumbo, Luca DeZeva, Sushi Tanaka, and Carter Rogers. Combine, similarly to the Kingsmen, batting 10 in the order. 1 out, bases empty. Entrikin quickly into his windup. First pitch popped up. Catron tracking it with the mask in hand, and it falls out of play, 0-1. Xavier Warden, the catcher, in the 2 spot, 0-1. That one sails well high and over Catron for a high ball, 1-1. One pitch. Again, outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Entrikin looked a little frustrated after missing his spot with that one. Swinging strike to make it 2-2. Warden hitless in the series. Has struck out 3 times. Now down to his final strike, trying to avoid a 4th. Wind up. Here's Entrikin in the dirt. Ball 3. Catron with a good block that time. Of course, runners on 0 bases, so not the most important of a block, but still good practice nonetheless. Goats looking for their first base runner. 3-2 pitch from Entrikin, and he missed, low and away. It's a walk. Walk with 1 away puts Warden on first, and here is Roy Kim with a man on. Pitch here coming to the hard-hitting third baseman. Kim takes a fastball on the inside edge for strike 1. The wind has picked back up here in Lincolnton. We hope that it's not affecting the audio too much. Not quite an overcast day, but certainly cloudy. 0-1. And a high fastball swung on and missed. Entrikin ahead of Kim, 0-2. After Kim, it'll be Jackson Gilmore, the first baseman. In the first game of the series, Roy Kim had that high fly out in the first inning to center field. 0-2. Outside, and he stays alive for a 1-2 count. Didn't miss a home run by much in that first game for Combine. They jumped out to that big lead, and then the Kingsmen able to charge back with the late rally and walk to the win, 15-7. Noah strike. And 2-2 after that one is low. Kim digs back in. Entrican working out of the stretch with the man on first. Stares him down, comes to the plate, and got him! Tipped into the glove of Jack Catron. Roy Kim down on strikes, and there's two out in the bottom of the first. Courtesy runner down the line. Xavier Warden, the catcher, so he'll head to the bench. Start getting his gear on for the top of the second inning. Ryu Wannabe Wannabe is the courtesy runner. After checking on the runner, here's Entrican's pitch. And a fastball. Gilmore under that one. Kingsman looking to get out of this inning with the lead after the one-out walk, and now back again, Ryu Watanabe. Staring him down, comes to the plate this time and misses just high with that heater. Entrican's pitch, chop foul, bounced hard off of the turf and actually bounced over the fence and out of play. Plate umpire Neil Lortz asking for a couple new baseballs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. PJ Olvera shifting a little bit away from second base to try to cover some ground with Entrican throwing that heat. Gilmore going to take a second, get out of the box. After Gilmore, if the inning continues, we'll see Danny Stebbing. We'll either see him in a moment or we'll see him in the second. Entrican back over to first. Back safely, Nemo Barnes made the catch but didn't bother applying the tag. 2 strikes here with 2 away in the first inning. Kingsmen nursing a 1-0 lead. They'll send 6, 7, 8 to the plate in inning number 2. Entrican again to first. Two-strike pitch, Entrican fires it home. And he got him on the outside corner. 3 strikeouts in the inning. Entrican fired up. And so are Harless Irving and the rest of the Kingsmen pitching staff. We'll head to the second. 1-0, the Kingsmen lead here in Lincolnton. To the second we go here at Geosurfaces Field on the campus of Combine Academy, our hosts today. Here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network, I'm Griffin Leonard saying thanks for joining us here in mid-February. Just a few days until the black and gold leaves for East Cobb, Georgia in the Atlanta metro area for the ABA kickoff. Looking forward to those games here coming up. A couple more non-conference to be played before we get there. Brody Wynant leading off the second. Watches a curveball go high for ball one. Nick Osborne takes the job back around to the first base coaching box. Well, pitching coach, I'm sure he's not used to getting out there. Maybe needed a reminder. That slider's in the dirt. Swung on and missed by Wynant, 1-1. Brody playing center field today. Most of the time you're going to see him take his reps in one of the corner outfield positions. That one's in the dirt to make it 2-1. But it is entirely possible that we'll see him play some center during this spring season. Official rosters coming out later on this weekend. 2-1 is in there for a strike, 2-2. A team being separated into a prospect and a varsity team this week for ABA play. There will be some floaters that alternate in between the two teams. Two-strike pitch, ground to the shortstop. Coming in, Chambers gets his momentum going to first and throws out Wynant for the first out of the inning. So a quick ground out brings up Jack Catron with one out and the base is clear. Anaya ready to go. He's already on the mound. Jack Catron, the catcher out of Raleigh, North Carolina, settles in. One of the younger guys on this KBA team. His first pitch bounces a foot and a half in front of the plate, and it's 1-0. It's Wynant, Catron, and Barnes in this inning. Wynant grounded out. Here's Catron. 1-0, and he watches that curveball dip down into the inner half, and it's 1-1. Now 1-2. 2 strikes to Catron with Nemo Barnes on deck, the first baseman. 2-strike pitch. Catron thought about it, but watched the slider go by. It was a good call. It was a well low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Once again, the outfield for Combine, Vincent Rogers and DeSeba. Infield of Kim, Chambers, Tanaka, and Gilmore. Out of the windup, here's Anaya's 2-2. Curveball, got him. Hooked it in there, and there are 2 outs in the top of the second inning. Third strikeout for Santiago Anaya. He's dealing early after getting himself into some early trouble in the first. He's settled in, but behind here 1-0. Here's Nemo Barnes. First pitch fastball, missed outside. It's 1-1. Down to the 8th spot of this Kingsman order, the first time through. Somewhat successful one. And Barnes taps one to third base, down to a knee. Roy Kim with the nice play. One hop across the infield. Got it. A couple of nice plays from the Combine infield. Get them out of the second. 1, 2, 3. We head to the bottom half after this on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. To the home half of inning number 2 we go as Noah Entrikin, fresh off of 3 strikeouts in that last inning, steps back onto the mound. Left-on-left matchup to start the inning, facing the designated hitter Danny Stebbin. It's 5-6-7 for Combine here in the second. Entrikin's first pitch to the 5-hole is on the lower and away corner. It's 0-1. Stebbin, Keldon Vincent, then Mateo Palumbo. The 3 due up here in the second for the Goats. 0-1 from Entrikin. Curveball. That's pretty. In there for 0-2. Lollipopped it in there, and Stebbin never thought for a second about taking the bat off his shoulder. Quickly 0-2 here. Entrikin back into the windup. Strides home. Curveball this time tailed it outside. It's 1-2. Catron out of his crouch to retrieve that one cleanly. Infield once again for the Kingsmen, Clark, Daniel, Olvera, and Nemo Barnes, with Catron doing the catching. De La Cruz, Winan, and Catani in the outfield. 1-2. Curveball! Got him again! 3 curveballs in a row. One missed the zone. The first and the last were near perfect. 4 outs recorded for Entrikin, all by way of the K. Keldon Vincent, the hitter, with 1 away, and the base is clear. Entrikin right back to work with the hard fastball that he blew by the left fielder. Breezy day in Lincolnton, but a nice one, reaching the low 70s. 0-1, outside fastball, again late on it, Keldon Vincent, and he's behind 0-2. Entrikin brings the leg up and comes home. And it's off the glove of Catron. Catron picks it up, throws to first in time to get Vincent, who is hustling down the line. It's another strikeout for Entrikin. It took a little extra hustle, but there's 2 down, and here's Palumbo. That one came on 3 pitches. Left on right matchup. Entrikin's first pitch to Mateo Palumbo is a curveball on the inside corner. Dropped it in there nicely. It's 0-1. In the third for the Kingsmen, it will be the 9-10-1 hitters, De La Cruz, Griffith, and Daniel. Entrikin on the rubber for a while, shaking off twice, and now Palumbo is going to be the one to halt proceedings here as he steps out of the box. 0-1 is the count. Entrikin now happy with what he's found. 0-1 offering. Curveball tipped into the glove of Catron. It's 0-2. 2 curveballs in a row to Palumbo. We'll see what he gets here in the 0-2 hole. Entrikin, 5 strikeouts already. And threw that one over Jack Catron. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This will be the 11th pitch of the inning for Noah Entrikin. Out of the windup, here it is. Got him! Entrikin strikes out the side in the second. 6 strikeouts. Stebbin, Vincent, Palumbo, all down via the strikeout. We head to the third, 1-0. The Kingsmen lead.
Wow, bro. That was beautiful.
third. Final game of this 3-game series against the Combine Academy Goats. Matthew De La Cruz, the left fielder in the 9-hole, set to lead off this third inning. The Kingsmen have not scored since the first inning. They're looking to get back on the board, and De La Cruz trying to do so via the bunt. He fouled it off. It's 0-1. PJ Olvera reached via a bunt in the first inning. De La Cruz behind 0-1 now. Keeps the bat on his shoulder and now swings through a changeup to make it 0-2. Santiago Anaya has looked pretty good through 2 innings for Combine. 1, 2, 3 in the second inning, just as Entrican did in the bottom half. 2 strikes to De La Cruz. Got him on the breaking ball. 4th strikeout of the game for Anaya. And there's 1 away in the third. AJ Griffith, the 10-hole hitter, the extra hitter for the Kingsmen. And Anaya working out of the bullpen, or the windup. Throws one well low of the zone, and it's 1-0. Kingsmen by just 1 run, 1-0 so far in the early going. That one spiked in the dirt, and it is 2-0. After Griffith, it'll be the top of the order. Logan Daniel, who walked and scored the Kingsmen's lone run, is on deck. 2-0 to AJ. And he watches the curveball go. 3 balls and no strikes. Anaya's pitch. Curveball at the knees. AJ now facing a 3-1 count. Pitch to AJ Griffith, and he cranks it foul. 3-2. The count runs full. Logan Daniel once again still waiting on deck for his second at-bat, or rather second plate appearance. Anaya, who has retired a pretty good amount in a row, that streak's just ended. It's a walk to AJ Griffith. Anaya had retired 7 Kingsmen hitters in a row, but that streak ends with the walk. So Griffith is on first, Logan Daniel at the plate. Daniel, the shortstop, facing Anaya, who's now working out of the stretch. And Anaya will step off and reset things here with nobody out, or rather 1 away in the third. Griffith back safely on the pickoff move. Logan Daniel watches one go on the outside corner. He's behind in the count. Quick throw over to first. AJ back in with the dive safely. Daniel, then Olvera, the top of the order for the Kingsmen the second time through. Logan back into the right-handed batter's box. Takes a hack at that one, pops it into shallow center. Over Austin Chambers and down for a base hit in center field. Daniel got enough of it to get it into the grass and able to drop it in before Carter Rogers could get there. It's a base hit. Second and first with only 1 away for PJ Olvera, who's looking to reach for the second time. Anaya with runners on second and first now. Fires the first pitch outside, 1-0. PJ, the second baseman for the Kingsmen, in the 2-hole. The lone member of the KBA out of the great state of Utah. Griffith the lead off a second. Daniel trailing at first. Curveball. Olvera tapped it foul. 1-1. Once again, the score 1-0 here in the third. The Kingsmen leading Combine Academy. Slider down in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike to count. Apologize for the lack of a score bug again today. Wi-Fi issues preventing us from having the full extent of the setup. Nothing that we can do being at the visiting ballpark. Time called before that pitch. A balk was assessed to Santiago Anaya, and both runners take 90 feet as a result. My guess would be that he did not come set. Second and third, one away for Olvera. Big spot now for the Kingsmen trying to extend their lead. Home games, once we get an ABA play, will be streamed on Game Changer. At least that's the hope. It'll be a nice score bug there that I won't even have to worry about managing. So, that's a fun perk for me as Olvera steps off. Swings the bat to the right side of the left-handed batter's box and now steps back in. 2-1 pitch coming after the balk. 2 in scoring position for the Kingsmen. Combine's infield not in, but not necessarily out either. And a swing and miss brings about strike 2. Christian Burney on deck struck out his first time. And he'll be looking for a big hit in a big spot. Batting in the 3-hole. 2-strike pitch coming for Olvera with runners on second and third. Anaya, a big deep breath, and now the leg kick and the pitch in the dirt. Olvera running down to first on the strikeout. The throw is in time to get PJ, and there are 2 out. Good block by Warden. He looked back A.J. Griffith to third base before throwing out the Kingsman second baseman. So there's 2 outs for Christian Burney. I apologize for the background noise at the moment. There's a power saw being used down the third base line and out of play. Christian Burney, first pitch to the designated hitter. He ends up on a knee, swinging through that one, 0-1. In the third for Combine, they'll send 8, 9, 10 to the plate. Noah Entrikin will look to continue the masterclass that he's been putting on to this point. 0-1 to Burney. The pitch from Anaya, hit high into left field, sending back Vincent toward the corner. That one is foul, landed in play, but not caught by Vincent. Burney got a good piece of that one, but it's 0-2. Santiago Anaya ahead of Burney 0-2. He's gotten out of a couple jams already. His third inning's been a little bit harder than the second was, but he's got a chance to get out of it. 0-2. In the dirt, caught cleanly by Warden. And Griffith and Daniel both retreat 1-2. Burney calls time. Certainly staying loose in the batter's box. 1-2 the count. Daniel in scoring position, trailing Griffith. Both looking to score on a base hit. 1-2. Bernie grounds it foul. Ended up in the Kingsmen dugout. It'll be a new baseball for Santiago Anaya. 1-run lead for the Kingsmen. Looking for a sweep over the Goats of Combine Academy. 2 strikes to Bernie here with 2 outs, and he calls time again. Trying to disrupt the rhythm of the Combine starting right-hander. Two-strike pitch. And it's hit into left field again, foul, but Bernie again putting a good piece of the bat on the baseball. Santiago Anaya threw in the first half of the game that we finished earlier today, back on Friday. He pitched the first 2 innings of that game, gave up 3 runs in the first, and he's starting again here today. Bernie's hit a couple of hard foul balls. We'll see if he can even one out here with 2 strikes. Anaya fires, and it's low and away. A good take from Christian Bernie, and he's feeling it at the plate right now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gino Catani on deck if this inning continues further. Anaya comes set at the belt. 2 balls, 2 strikes, lifts the leg and comes home. Curveball, popped sky high, foul, third base side. And hitting off of a tree that was out of play. The count remains 2-2. Another foul ball off the bat from Bernie. Anaya's pitch count is steadily rising. Two strikes to Bernie. Outside, and the count is full. Excellent plate appearance from Christian Bernie. He's really making Anaya work. 2 2/3 so far for Santiago Anaya. We don't have the pitch count. I'm hoping to get that eventually. But everyone counts. Catani awaiting his chance, and Bernie calls time again. Santiago Anaya wants a new baseball. The mind game's on full display with 2 outs and 2 on. Anticipation setting in here at Geosurfaces Field. A long at-bat for Bernie. And the payoff coming up with runners on second and third. 3-2. Flared off the handle into shallow center. Ranging and making the catch is Tanaka to get out of the jam. We head to the bottom of the third. The Kingsmen strand a pair in scoring position, and it remains 1-0.
Yeah, boy. Bernie, come here.
First pitch at the knees from Noah Entrikin to start this third inning. Luca DeSeba is the leadoff man. 0-1 after the pitch from Entrikin was in there for a strike. That one's outside to make it 1-1. Entrikin, just 11 pitches in that second inning. Now up to 33 pitches after his first couple. Santiago Anaya already up in the 60s in terms of pitch count after 3 innings. The second one flew by, but the first and third he had to really work for those 3 outs, but he's done a good job to keep this a 1-0 ball game. 2 strikes to DeSeba. Ground ball foul off the bat of the right fielder. Entrikin, the lefty, set to face DeSeba, Tanaka, and Rogers, the bottom of the combine order here in the third. 2 strikes, looking for another K. Here it is. And a line drive foul. Noah Entrikin has struck out 5 hitters in a row. He has 6 strikeouts against combine here in his 2+ innings of work. Another 2-strike pitch. It's a fastball low. The count is now 2-2 after that ball. Two balls and 2 strikes. Entrikin out of the windup. Fires home the 2-2. Curveball. Laces him up for the strikeout. It's a looking K for strikeout number 7. It's the second strikeout looking and the 7th overall. There's 1 out here in the third. Noah Entrikin is putting on a clinic. Here's his first pitch to the 9-hole, and it's a swinging strike for Sushi Tanaka. That fastball up at the letters. It's 0-1. Entrikin has retired every hitter that he has gotten out via the strikeout. He did walk Xavier Warden in the first. There's a laced foul ball to the right side, and it's 0-2. Quickly, 2 strikes to Tanaka with Carter Rogers on deck. 0-2. Inside, missed the corner with the fastball. It's 1-2. Entrikin settling in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brings the leg up and trudges forward. Curveball! Oh yeah! Back-to-back looking strikeouts with the breaking ball. There's 2 out in the third. Entrikin cannot be stopped for the Kingsmen. That is 8 strikeouts in 8 outs recorded. First pitch strike to Carter Rogers. Entrikin goes to the plate, misses low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Count even to the bottom of the order. Carter Rogers, Austin Chambers on deck if the inning continues. 1-1 becomes 2-1. That fastball missed low of the knees.
Let's go, Noah.
2-1 from Entrikin. And now 3-1. He's missed low and away, or low and inside, excuse me. Rogers looking to be the first person to reach for combine since Xavier Warden in the bottom of the first. 3-1 from Entrikin. Fastball down the middle, pop foul, and it's 3-2.
Let's go, Noah. Finish. Finish it.
Went with the fastball on the 3-1. We've seen the off speed to retire the first 2 outs of the inning. What does he dial up here on the 3-2? Oh, yeah! Back to it. Back-to-back innings. Noah Entrikin striking out the side. This time, all 3 looking. DeSeba, Tanaka, and Rogers. He's got 9 through 3 here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Fourth inning here at Combine, 1-0. A defensive battle so far. The Kingsmen have had a couple of innings where runners have been stranded on the defensive side. Noah Entrikin putting on a show through 3. Lincolnton set to lead off the 4th. The first pitch to Dino is a curveball in the dirt. Ball 1. There's a new man on the mound for Combine Academy. Santiago Anaya is done after 3 innings. Alan Lee is his replacement. 1 ball, no strikes. Katani rips a ground ball to the second base side. Tanaka up with it. Sidearm toss to Gilmore. 1 away. Second time Katani has grounded out to the second baseman. Harris Clark next to hit with 1 out. Breaking ball on the outside corner, 0-1. And that one's in there to make it 0-2. Quickly 0-2 to Harris Clark. Struck out his first time after a good at-bat. That wrapped up the first inning and stuck P.J. Olivera on third. 0-2 to Harris. He pops it up on the infield. Second baseman Tanaka ranging over all the way into the blue part of the turf infield and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. A little bit different of a P4 than Bernie's to end the third inning, but the out makes out number 2. Here's Brody Winan, who grounded out to the shortstop to begin inning number 2. Curveball missed inside to Brody. 0-1, or 1-0, excuse me. Final line for Santiago Anaya, 3 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 2 hits, 2 walks. He struck out 5 Kingsmen. 1-0. Ground ball, second base side. Tanaka is getting after it this inning. He throws to first and ends the inning. Involved in all 3 plays, Sushi Tanaka making his presence known defensively, and it's 1-2-3 in the 4th. We head to the bottom half. Noah Entrican back out on the mound when we return here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. To the home half of the 4th we go. Combine still looking for its first base runner. They loop back around to the top of the order for the second time. Austin Chambers, or rather their second base runner, Xavier Warden, who reached via walk, and Roy Kim. Warden is the only player to reach base against Noah Entrican, who through his first 10 hitters has the 1 walk and 9 strikeouts. Chambers will be the first here in the 4th to try to put the ball in off of the tough-to-read left-hander. The lefty gets into the windup, goes the first pitch, and it's grounded to third base. Harris Clark, the backhand stop, throws to first, and it's by Nemo Barnes and into right field. Base runner for Combine, the first time they've put the ball in play off of Entrican. And they reach via the error. So after the ground ball, Chambers on first, and Warden, who had previously been the only goat to reach, bats for the second time. Steps out and readjusts. The Sooner now working out of the stretch with a man on first and nobody out. Squaring a bunt, pulling back, Warden, 1-0. Ball, no strikes. We'll see if Warden squares again. He does. Entrican throws to first. Back safely is Chambers. Swung on and missed by Xavier Warden. It's 1-1. Did not square to bunt that time. Ball, 1 strike. Runner on first, nobody out. Entrican throws over to first again. Back safely goes Austin Chambers. The shortstop getting his diving practice in. Warden at the plate, then Roy Kim and Jackson Gilmore. Top of the order, once again, giving Entrican some trouble. Fastball at the knees, a good pitch to go ahead, 1-2. One-two pitch, Entrican. has the ball ripped to left field. Back on it, De La Cruz settles in the gap, makes the catch for out number 1. Warden got a good piece of the bat on that one, but De La Cruz had plenty of time to camp, and there's one away for Roy Kim. Entrikin, the left-hander, still out of the stretch. 1 on, 1 out. Comes to the plate. Low. Catron popped up. The call from Nemo Barnes at first was that the runner was moving, but he was not, and it's 1-0. To Roy Kim. Entrikin throws to first. The runner's moving. Nemo to second. And the ball pops out of Logan Daniels' glove. Safe at second base goes Austin Chambers. Would have been very close with the tag, but the ball popped out of the glove of the shortstop, and there was no play. The tying run is in scoring position for Combine. Entrikin throws to second. Daniel applies the tag, but Chambers got the hand on the base. First time Combine has had a man in scoring position today. As Roy Kim pops one foul. Chambers a good lead off of second. Entrikin comes home. Not too worried about him. Checks him once, checks him a couple of times, and throws home. Slider in the dirt. It was gloved by Catron, but it was low. It was inside as well. 2 balls and a strike is the count to Kim. Kim's followed by Gilmore. They throw to second again. Back again is Chambers. Tim Consrow has made a few safe calls out there. There haven't been any that have been extremely close, but he's had to be on high alert. 2-1 from Entrikin. High, ball 3.
Here we go, Noah. Come back.
Entrikin struck out Roy Kim his first time around. He has a 3-1 count here to the 3-hole hitter, but before that pitch, Coach Joe Hudak is going to have a chat with his lefty ace. Kingsmen back at it tomorrow at Caramont Health Park. That game against P27. Against P27's premier team rather than their prospect. 2:30 is scheduled first pitch. Any updates on that, make sure to check out KingsmanBaseballAcademy.org. There will be updates posted on the homepage if there are any. 3-1, Entrikin pitching to Roy Kim with the man on second. Fires a fastball, it's hit to right field. Back on it, the right fielder. And making the catch, Landon Catani. Fires the ball back into the infield. From second to third goes Chambers. And a nice catch out and right by Catani. There's 2 outs, but the tie and run now 90 feet away. This 4th inning has come a little less easily to Entrikin. Of course, he got the ground ball to start the inning that the error was made. That's why this inning is still going. Fastball high and away, ball 1 to Jackson Gilmore, who struck out swinging to end the first inning of this contest. 1-0 from Entrikin. Fastball got him swinging, 1-1.
Hey, Jackson.
This may be Entrikin's last inning of work since he's likely to pitch in East Con. He wants to end it with zeros on the scoreboard. 1-1. High off the netting, runner coming to the plate. Catron Entrican, the tag's not in time. Austin Chambers scores on the pass ball. And it's 1-1. All tied up here in Lincolnton. 2-1 count. Entrican can work out of the windup again with the bases clear. Back in it quickly. Fires the breaking ball in there on the outside edge. Strike 2.
Let's go, Cap. Come back.
An unearned run for Entrican as the hitter had reached on an error and there were 2 outs. The 2-strike pitch. And he missed high with that one, and it is full. As the inning continues, we'll see Danny Stebbing. 7-8-9 due up for the Kingsmen in the bottom, or rather the top of the 5th. Catron Barnes and De La Cruz. Payoff. Got him swinging. Got him swinging. 10 strikeouts for Noah Entrican. But a run comes across. We're tied after 4 here at Geo Services Field. We'll be back for the 5th right after this. To the 5th we go. Jack Catron swings and misses at the first pitch. Back out on the mound for his 2nd inning of work is Alan Lee. That's likely it for Entrican. A great day on the mound. 4 innings for the left-hander. Catron now evens the count at 1-1 after he works that off-speed pitch down in the 3rd. We'll wait for the pitching change to be sure, but likely it for Noah. 1-1. Catron watches it go. Got the call just off the inside part of the plate. 2-1 the count. Once again, it's Catron the catcher, Nemo Barnes the first baseman, and then the left fielder Matt De La Cruz. 7-8-9 with A.J. Griffith rounding out the order if they get through the minimum. 2-1, Catron makes it 3-1. That good eye watches that fastball outside. Kingsmen have not scored since the 1st. They've had multiple runners stranded on third base in this game, which looms large when the score is tied at 1 apiece. 3-1. Catron pops it up right field, going after that hooking baseball to Seba, and he makes the catch moving to his left. 1 out, Nemo Barnes the next to hit. First pitch, a big cut. Nemo Barnes came up empty. He's down 0-1. He grounded out to the third baseman his first time. Now 1-1. After that pitch missed the zone. Nemo started the game on the mound against Belmont Abbey. 1-1. The Bowling Green native takes one at the knees. It's 1-2. He ran into some trouble straight off the bat in that game. Struck out the opening hitter and then 5 in a row reached. An error didn't help his case. He ended up giving up 5 runs, 4 of them earned. Now pops that one up to stay alive. Remains 1-2 to the Kingsmen first baseman. De La Cruz swinging the bat on deck. Just a couple of hits for the Kingsmen here today, but they've both come from the top of the order. 2 strikes to Nemo Barnes. Goes to the breaking ball, and Barnes watches it fly by at his eyeballs. 2-2. This game scheduled for 7 innings. The Kingsmen battling through 4, 1-1 the scoreline as we are in the top of the 5th. 2-2. And Barnes late on the fastball on the outside corner. He strikes out, and there are 2 away. Alan Lee has not allowed a base runner since coming in out of the bullpen. First strikeout for him, a couple of flyouts and a couple of groundouts. De La Cruz up with the bases empty and 2 away. Grounds the ball to the shortstop on the first pitch he sees. Chambers to first in time. And once again, the Kingsmen go 1-2-3 in the inning. Back-to-back times. That's happened 3 times this game that Combine has been able to get out of the inning facing the minimum. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Tate Johnston on the mound when we return, following up a great start from Noah Entrekin. Bottom half of the 5th, a new pitcher in to relieve Noah Entrekin. It's Tate Johnston, the right-hander. Combine has not seen him. He pitched on Monday against Belmont.
I'm 19, I'm back. Go, Tate.
Gave up just 1 run, a couple of strikeouts, and the side armor facing 5, 6, 7 was the first pitch at the knees. Called a ball, 1-0. Danny Stebbing struck out looking to start off the second.
Let's go, man.
1-0 count, Tate Johnston. Misses low, 2-0.
Kick.
Johnson staring down home plate, 2-0 pitch. Swung on and missed to make it 2-1. Stebbing couldn't get barrel on that one. 2-1. Well outside into the right-handed batter's box, and it's 3-1. Final stat line for Noah Entrikin: 4 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, 1 run that was unearned, no hits, and a walk. 3-1. Outside, and it's a walk to start off Tate Johnston's relief appearance in this one. The go-ahead run to first base with nobody out. Interestingly, it's the second time in as many games against Combine that the starting pitcher has been taken out without giving up a hit. Obviously, Mike Irving's was a little bit of a different situation because they played on Friday, but hitless through 3. Noah Entrikin hitless through 4, and Johnston doing the relieving. That one's popped up. Catron dives, couldn't get there, and a foul ball to make it 0-1. A good effort from the catcher out of Raleigh, North Carolina. And if the wingspan was 3 inches longer, he might have had it. 0-1. So Stebbing on first, Keldon Vincent squared for that first pitch. The third baseman, Harris Clark, is in on the grass section of the turf. We'll see if he squares again. He does. 0-1. High, pulled back very late, but the call is a ball from the plate umpire, Neil Lawrence. 1-1. Ball on a strike. Vincent keeps the bat on his shoulder this time. It's 2-1. Ahead in the count after the bunt had gone foul. Vincent struck out his first time up, takes a fastball on the outside edge. He was the 4th of 8 hitters that Entrikin struck out in a row in that remarkable streak. 2-2. Johnston looking for his first out, and he's got it. Waved at the slider. Vincent's down on strikes for the second time in a row, and there is 1 out in the and that's where that unique arm slot comes and gets you. That slider is near impossible to read when the ball's already moving laterally like that. Mateo Palumbo hitting with a man on first and 1 away. Runner on the move. Ball popped up into shallow center. Brody winding under it. Called off. The catch made by Catani, and there's 2 outs. Not often that you see the right fielder call off the center fielder, but it happened there, and Catani made the catch for the second out. So after the leadoff walk, 2 quick outs, and here is Luca DeZeba, the 8-hole hitting right fielder. But before that at-bat will begin, a quick conference between Catron and Johnston. 1-1 here in the bottom half of inning number 5. In the 6th, we'll see 10-1-2. The Kingsmen with a younger lineup in today. In this second game, this third game of the series, second game of today. Tate Johnston finished his meeting with Jack Catron, and Joe Hudak is coming out and saying that they're going to make a pitching change. Johnston gets 2 outs, but is not given the chance to finish the inning. And Tristan Harless will come in out of the pen with 2 away. We'll be right back on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
I'm Tristan. Let's go, man.
So we'll see the second pitcher of the inning for the Kingsmen, Tristan Harless, the right-hander out of West Virginia, trying to get the Kingsmen out of this fifth inning with a tied score.
I'm Kit.
Tate Johnston pulled after just 11 pitches after 3 hitters. Saw him walk 1, strike out 1, and then get a flyout. But Harless, the better matchup, in the opinion of Coach Joe Hudak. A hard line drive foul for strike 1 for Luca DeZeba. Struck out looking to begin the third against Lincolnton. First pitch strike for Harless facing the 8-hole hitter. 0-1. Missed the outside corner, and it's 1-1.
Hey, good spot, Tristan.
A.J. Griffith, Logan Daniel, P.J. Olvera set to lead off the 6th. The Kingsmen will need at least one more if they're going to win this ball game. 1-1 the score, bottom 5. Stebbing off of first, a swing and a miss to make it 1-2.
That's the same pitch.
It's actually a pinch runner out there at first base for Combine. 1-2. Slider downstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ralph Burrows is the pinch runner for Combine at first base right now, instead of Danny Stebbing, the designated hitter. So a little bit more speed on the base paths. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Harless working out of the stretch. They brought him in for 1 hitter to get out of this inning. 2-2. Got him! That's one heck of a 1-hitter. Luca DeZeba strikes out looking for the second time. We head to the 6th in a tie ball game in Lincolnton. We go to the 6th, and it's Yoshi back on the mound for Combine. Pitched in Game 2 on Friday. He's back out there to face A.J. Griffith and the Kingsmen. First pitch, Griffith into the gap in right center, hooking toward the right fielder, and the catch made by DeZeba. Looked like it might have had a chance to be extra bases off the bat, but it hooked toward the right fielder, charging over to it, and there's one away. So Logan Daniel, who has reached both times to the plate today and scored the Kingsmen's lone run, bats with 1 down and the bases clear. Had a single his last time to center field. First pitch, watches it outside, it's ball 1. The 3 hitters due up in this inning are the only 3 hitters to have reached base so far for the Kingsmen. Griffith walked in the 3rd, Daniels reached both times. Now he's ahead 2-0 in the count. PJ Olvera reached in the first. He was stranded on third. Big second run that could have been in the first inning. The Kingsmen had built that early 1-0 lead. 2-0 to Daniel. Slider high of the zone, 3-0. Daniel in a great spot here, trying to get a base runner on in the sixth for the Kingsmen, the penultimate inning of this third game. The Kingsmen looking for the series sweep against Combine. Outside edge fastball, 3-1. A pitcher's duel today between the Kingsmen and the Goats. 3-1 to Daniel. Outside, it's a walk. Second walk that has been issued for Daniel today. He's reached all 3 times. And Ferd is on first for PJ Olvera and 1 out. Top of the order. Why not get your hacks in now? Christian Burney on deck, but PJ Olvera looking to move the line along. Struck out swinging his last time. Wind picking back up here, coming up on 4 o'clock local time in North Carolina. First pitch, grounded up the middle. The shortstop, Chambers, catches it with a foot on the base and throws on to first for a double play. One of those that was just hit in the worst spot possible. And the 1-out walk leads to nothing as we head to the bottom of the 6th here in Lincolnton. Tristan Harless back on the mound to face 9-10-11 or 9-10-1 when we return on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Bottom of inning number 6 here in a tied ball game at Geosurfaces Field Combine Academy, hanging with the Kingsmen here in game 3 of this series. Tristan Harless throws a first pitch that's grounded back over his head. Olvera, no, Daniel to first in time. Logan Daniel had a mile to go on that play, but he came across the diamond and got his body moving toward first in time for out number 1. Sushi Tanaka grounds out. Now Carter Rogers, the bottom of the combine, order hitting with 1 away. Then it'll be Chambers and the top. 1 out. First pitch from Harless. High of the zone, ball 1. At the knees for a called strike. 1-1 the count. To Carter Rogers, who struck out looking to end the 3rd inning. 1-1. Harless with a nice slider to get ahead 1-2. Rogers was under it with the bat that time. Kingsmen looking to put up a 0, keep this one tied going into the 7th. 1-2. Harless got him! struck him out with back-to-back sliders. 2 out in the 6th with Austin Chambers and the top of the combine order rolling around. Harless has the bases clear and 2 outs. Did his job with the bottom of the order. Now he just has to get 1 hitter from combine's best. It's 0-1 after the foul ball. Austin Chambers reached on a ground ball to the third baseman Harris Clark. The error on that play put him aboard, and then he came in to score without a hit. The only run combine has today. And their second to last base run. 0-2 after a nasty pitch from Harless puts Austin Chambers in a blender. Harless looking to go 1, 2, 3 and send us to the 7th. Got him! Tristan Harless in order. We head to the 7th, 1-1 here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network with Christian Burney, Dino Catani, and Harris Clark due to hit when we come back. Back here in the 7th, 1-1, a tied ball game here in Lincolnton. Christian Burney is the leadoff man for the black and gold. He'll be followed by Dino Catani and Harris Clark. 1-1 the score. And out of the windup, the first pitch hit into center field. Playable for Rogers. And he makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Good sound off the bat from Burney, but he didn't quite have enough to send it straight away. And there is 1 out. Caden Sane is the new pitcher for Combine as Dino Catani pops one up on the first pitch. Catch made by Kim, and there are quickly 2 away in the 7th. Two pitches, 2 outs for Caden Sane. Important first pitch coming up here to Harris Clark. And he watches it go for a ball. 1-0, Harris Clark batting with the bases empty, 2 outs. And it's at the knees for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Clark, the hitter, with Sane out of the windup. Drops the curveball in there, and it's 1-2. If the inning continues, we'll see Brody Winant. 2-strike pitch from Sane. In the dirt, bounced it a couple feet in front of home plate, and it's 2-2. No bullpen action for the Kingsmen. I'd expect Tristan Harless to come back out in the 7th. 2-2 for Harris Clark. Watches the curveball off the inner part of the plate, 3-2. He's worked the count full. Full count. Sane will step off before the payoff pitch. I'd like to thank you for joining us today across our 2 games. We'll be back at it tomorrow, 2:30, against P27 Academy Premier. 3-2 in the dirt. 2-out walk. Harris Clark reaches, and Brody Winant the next to hit. There's been a call for a pinch runner. Harris is still going to be in the game defensively, but Caden McNeil will run. He stands at first base now with 2 away. One of the Kingsmen's fastest on the base paths as the go-ahead run in our final inning. Brody Winant hitting with 2 outs. McNeil would score on anything in the gap. First pitch, McNeil on the move. Down the right field line, running after it, unable to get there. Winant around first, heading to second. McNeil will score for the Kingsmen lead. Winant heading to third. The ball picked up by the right fielder. Winant heading all the way to the plate. Relay throw. Tag. Not in time. Not in time. Brody Winant has an in the side the park home run to make it 3-1 in the 7th. DeZebo ranged after it, fired that ball in for a relay, and it was very close at the plate. But Brody Winant is safe for an inside the park home run, and the Kingsmen lead by 2 in the 7th. Conversation between Sharon Farley, the head coach for Combine Academy, and our home plate umpire, Neil Lortz. Clearly unhappy with that call at home plate. The Kingsmen had taken the lead regardless with the first run that came around to Caden McNeil, but now have a 2-run cushion in the 7th. Jack Catron 0-2, he'll bat next, after everybody's hearts got going a little bit here in the 7th inning. Curveball in there for strike 1. Oh, 1. Catron watches it go. 1 ball, 1 strike. Catron's done a great job behind the plate today for the Kingsmen. Out of the windup, Sanes 1-1. At the knees for a called strike 2. If the inning continues, we would see Nemo Barnes one more time. Combine bringing 2-3-4 to the plate in the bottom of the 7th. Catron strikes out at the off-speed pitch. Warden throwing to the inside of the bag and has Catron on the drop third strike. 2 runs in the 7th. Certainly, this game has not lacked excitement, even though it has, in times, lacked some runs. A big 2-run inside the park home run by Brody Winant has given the Kingsmen the lead, and we head to the bottom of the 7th, where Tristan Harless looks to shut the door on the Combine Academy Goats. back here in the bottom of the 7th. The Kingsmen holding a 2-run lead. Combine Academy has had next to nothing offensively, but if there's any time for it, it's the 2-3-4 of their order. Xavier Warden has walked and flied out. First pitch from Harless, in there for a called strike. 0-1 after the fastball at the top of the zone. Harless with an equipment adjustment, and now he's back on the mound. 0-1 to the catcher. Swing and a miss, 0-2. It's Warden, Roy Kim, and Jackson Gilmore, the 3 that the Goats will look to for a rally after Brody Winant's 2-run inside the park home run gave the Kingsmen the lead. 0-2. And it's a foul ball, a defensive hack from the catcher Warden on a pitch that was off the inside part of the plate. Remains 0-2. 3 strikes thrown by Harless so far in the 7th. Looking for number 4. Oh yeah! Struck out Warden on 4 pitches, and there's 1 out in the 7th. That's strikeout number 4 for Tristan Harless. He's retired all 5 that he has faced. Roy Kim 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. Batting with the bases clear and 1 away. First pitch, outside corner fastball, 0-1. Now 1-1. That slider in the dirt. Combine's only base runners today have come off of 2 walks and an error. That one outside. 2-1 the count. Harless pitching to the 3-hole hitting Roy Kim. As that fastball was blown by the Combine third baseman. Jackson Gilmore is on deck. He has struck out both times he's been at the plate. 2-2. Ground ball, second base side. P.J. Olvera has it cleanly. Throws to first in time for the second out. The Kingsmen are 1 out away from a big-time win and a big-time team achievement. Jackson Gilmore, 0 for 2, a couple of Ks. The last hope for Combine Academy. Danny Stebbian is on deck if this game continues. First pitch, outside for ball 1. Should be noted that Ralph Burrows is on deck in place of Stebbing. We saw him as a pinch runner last time Stebbing had reached via walk. The last base runner Combine had. Swing and a miss. Harless looking to finish the job. The pitch popped foul, and there are 2 strikes on Jackson Gilmore. A ball and 2 strikes. Harless looking to seal it. Outside, 2-2. Noah Entrikin, Tate Johnston, and Tristan Harless have put on a clinic. They're a strike away from ending this one. 2-2, Harless's pitch. Ground ball foul. Another 2-2. Got him! Catron, the throw to first. In time, it's a no-hitter for the Kingsmen. No-hitter for the Kingsmen. And they win the ball game 3-1 in a thriller in Lincolnton. Noah Entrican, Tate Johnston, and Tristan Harless combine for a 7-inning no-no. And the Kingsmen sweep the Combine Academy Goats on the road. What a day here at Geosurfaces Field. The Kingsmen pick up wins number 5 and 6. And they will head home tomorrow feeling pretty good about themselves with a matchup against P27 Academy Premier waiting on deck. Once again, your final score, 3-1. The Kingsmen only had 3 hits, but it was 3 more than their opponents. A combined no-hitter wins them Game 3 of the series. And how about Brody Winan? One more shout out for Brody. The 2-run in the park home run sealed the deal. Gave them the lead that they had not had since the 4th. And Harless slams the door. That'll do it for our coverage today. Next game, 2:30 tomorrow. Claremont Health Park, Kingsmen and P27. The final game before the team heads to East Cobb, Georgia for the ABA kickoff. I'm Griffin Leonard saying so long from Geosurfaces Field in Lincolnton, North Carolina. We'll see you again soon on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.